Hello, my fellow 3D people from around the world. Nana Boyo, General Uchenna from How Them They Do Am Tutorials. So I create this short horror animation for Blender, which I be no plan to make. I just be one make tutorial about emitting particles in Blender and how to emit objects using particle emitters. So I wanted to use these three. I think I use these three do because I watch one film they call Men, and that film now they show grandpa they show 1 3 just the red light down the ram. Then like for night, then Apple on the 4. You guys just dey creepy. So I just say make I try them. How is it possible? This guy explain meters. So but halfway through the project now, I just now my mind they work now. I just change them to full some just add extra. So as much as I just break and I'm showing how I make them, try my best to take on a true, recreate them, and yeah, I feel not get the exact lighting because everything I just try them and yeah. So yeah, Moku get into them. And I feel watch this video of my YouTube page too. So all these assets too. Yeah. I go put the link for the video description. So yeah, so I don't download all these models. Like I said, I go put all the link for the description of the video. Most start. So look open Blender. So start new project. So the first thing we go bring is to bring in the soil, and the soil, see the soil here, now we soil we use forest ground soil. And if you check here, now FBX. I download the FBX. I prefer the FBX. Then see here, you must put the credits for the person. Okay, so the soil, I'll go download, I'll go bring them in for Blender. So no go delete this cube, we don't need them for now. And go file, import FBX. Now we'll go where the file there, we could go here. I don't make the folder Apple Rain because I don't do this work before. I just want to remake them again. And then see forest ground soil fine. And since the FBX, we did the right format. So click on you don't get any animation. I just ground, so we don't need to fix anything like amateur or bone. Important. We'll wait, you'll come in. I realize while doing this video, when I first done the first time, I know check. When I done the first time, I know check. For the experiment, I know they really bother about quality. I just want to get my results. So I realize say this thing they quite dense, and not everybody get super machine. You understand? Luckily for us, Blender they will help you work on that part. Work on something like that. So we'll say so. I'm with this. We'll go if you go to edit mode. For edit mode, you see how dense it is. What will happen? Even if I get better computer, I still no need to kill myself. So we could go back to object mode, and then we'll go for the properties panel for the right, the bottom here, right here. We'll go the modifier properties for the right. See it will be like expander here. This will be like expander. Click on any modifier properties. You go click on them. You see drop down many options there. We define what they call decimate. They under generate because they get different tabs on top of modify, generate, deform, physics. We'll go under generate, we'll pick decimate. Decimate go reduce the polygon count. If you see now when you put decimate, you see I'm say now that's now 500,000 face counts. Then the year. Now for my computer, I don't give me any problem. I never notice them until I won't make this tutorial. But still, for some reason everybody go get that kind of computer, and just in case, so create lag for future, you could come here, just reduce this to say 0.1. If you don't say you want to, I pay 0.1, I want just reduce to the best minimum, So we'll go through, see, you don't reduce the details, don't become 50,000 from 500,000 to 50,000 face counts. Very, very one. And the funny thing is that they affect the quality of the texture. Because the texture still there. The textures then they. You understand? So just because of you reduce the the smoothness of all the undulation for the I'm not going to see the ground well because na night scene. we don't really need to shine full detail on, you don't need detail like that. So everything they based on what you're seeing. Even at day scene, maybe you go leave them because, or you could do 0.5 instead. So our quality go see day, so you go look very low quality. But because at night scene, I don't really care. We don't go see the ground much. So yes, so once you don't do them, we go apply them. Come here, apply. Once apply them, it take a while. Yeah. So you don't apply them now. Don't they low. If you go back now, go check the choose to edit mode on the top right from object mode to edit mode. You go see say if it's cannot reduce. And if we go looking for the material shader viewport, see texture still there, nothing everything still there the way it dey. So now what about sketch file that still they come with textures. When they come with good texture and you go do okay. Now 19, like I talk, we don't really need high detail, just 19, and we need to just manage because like I thought, everybody gets supercomputer to do this work. So even me go and my computer will be supercomputer. So yeah, we don't put the first thing now. The next thing now to bring in the tree. We'll go back to file. We'll first check when FBX have been a OBJ. So check here, download. Now FBX, I download FBX. Okay, so minimize them and we'll go file, import FBX, and then we'll go back to where the tree there. So realistic tree, high poly tree. So see now we'll import them. This tree, when they come in, they been giving problem. I just mistake. I solve them, like I thought. I know be sometimes this software just the use and the more they use them, the more you could just find out things. I just solved this one by mistake, So yeah. So now these three come upside down. I don't know why they come upside down, but well, because sometimes it'll be the same software offers they make the assets. Maybe they use Maya or maybe they use 3D Max or Blender or Cinema 4D. So coordinates are different for some of these softwares. So it don't mean anything. Just to select the tree and the leaves. Then you select them by one, or you just select them like this, and then you go to the rotate tool for your left. Your transform tools, you will take the rotate, then move them, turn them like this, it will come up. Not really fancy things like that. Just me, I don't too know many fancy. I just to get the result. I just try to get do. So yeah, so we don't get the tree for the scene. We don't get the ground, the soil for the scene. We don't get the tree for the scene. We take the main now. We could check if the texture, everything coming properly. So we'll go back to the shader sound. So here now, this issue, and the issue with the get issue, this issue. Now we go fix this one later because we will fix this one because sorry. So to fix this one, the way I know to fix it through the shader graph. So what I do be say I open extra window panel by clicking on any corner of the blender. We carry mouse to any, if you carry a mouse to any corner of the windows, you will see this plus sign. See for this plus sign. Once you get them, click that place, hold them, and drag. You go open new window. So now I open this window. I want the shader editor. Now we go see the shader node of this particular leaf. So we'll see what's wrong. So if we go check now, the transparency they wrong, the transparency is something wrong with them. So when I come here, I say the alpha they connected to the alpha, but for some reason they work. I don't know why. I know be shader experts. I just know how to use Blender, get my results. So what I do be say I just change them, take this color to alpha, and boom, it fix. So now how I learn how to fix that one? Maybe say I just know I be good. No. I just try a few things and it work. So yeah. So now don't solve. Move on. Now the tree don't do okay. The soil don't do okay. Texture they look good. What do we need now at the emitter for the scene? Okay. So we need now to make the emitter. To make the emitter, if you use plain object, I like to use plain object actually. I'm not using anything other than plain object before to do my emitter. So maybe there's somewhere, if there's another, I go check the other means there. But if you get any other means for the comments, right, and make it let me know. If there's another way I can make it without using the plain objects. So, anyways, so I go add mesh plane, drag them up, S to scale to activate the scale, pick them up. Now this thing goes as a meter. And then I go make the apple rain for this ground. So we will come. Why is this selected? Why is that object is selected? We'll go back to the properties panel for the right. This time we'll come to particle properties under that spanner or under the modifier properties. Click on them, you will see this setting, this whole thing. It show you the plane, show you all these things. Just click plus to add the particle system where you want. Once you add them, just like that, then I don't set up particle system where you now feed into, tweak, adjust to get you any kind of result where you want. So for example, we just play this to now. So I play them now already. You see, say it rain particles already. So the first thing we need to do now to switch these particles for objects like the apple. So now we need to bring in the apple now. We'll check the apple if not FVX. The apple too, that's not FVX. Yes, not FVX. So we need to import the apple now. First frame, then we will say import FVX, go back to up apple one. So this one. So this one, select them. The apple will load. Now I don't know whether the apple with the texture there up and but not really concern us. We just want use them as emit the emit object. We don't really need the apple go small, we don't need to look at too much. Maybe later I go find out how to fix this one, but I just say maybe it has something to do with the normals, and I'm not really interested in fixing that one right now. But we don't know if you fix them also. I mean, just first they go. So now I go reduce on to decent size, move on to this corner, away from the scene because we don't need to see them again. Just need to day for inside the scene for us to fuse them. Now we'll select the emitter. We'll come go the emitter settings. See here. So we'll go down to render. This render here. If you come down, you will see many things. Number of things we go emit. 1,000. We only 1,000 apples to fall from tree. Which apple? Which kind of tree be that one? We'll get 1,000 apples. So I think we could just reduce them to like 100. Okay, 100. If 100 is still too much to the fall from tree. And then the next thing now to go the render under the physics. Click render. Sense and halo. This halo might be the default. The halo might be the default thing we come for the particles we come for the emitter before. So click on them, then you will see object. Come there, you will see object. Click on object. It will give you this option to select. Click inside them and look for the two you define. Apple. Now I define. I take apple. So now, if I play this thing, see, it fall, but then small. Now because say we control the object, because say the way we control the object, we could try and mess with the scale, most of it go happen. So this scale now too big. Say something like this is okay. Yeah, something like this is okay. Okay. No even like this, it's okay. So yes, so don't get them. So now if you notice the apple them for realism, all of them they fall the same way. See the way this in there, all of them they fall the same way. You know they naturally make apple they fall, they fall the same way. Even though it's in a horror film which I make, it's still no natural make it they fall the same way. So like I talk, a lot of settings they will take adjust them. So if you come up again on top of the what do you call them? The rotation up here, you go see rotation option here. After render physics, you go see rotation. and then you go click am. You click on am, and then you go randomize them. And sorry, I make mistake. We'll never activate and here rotation. So that way, I know say if we randomize this whole, wait, sorry. So now make we restart the particles. So if you notice now, you see and say, based on say we activate this one and randomize the rotation option, all of them they fall differently now, Sam. Like normal, if you fall from 3, obviously they don't go all for the same rotation angle. They will all they fall normal. So when they fall for ground, they go feel roll and stuff. You know? So just like that, we don't get object to the emit from 3. Apple on the emit from the tree, the emitter. One more thing again, we need to make sure say we won't hide the emitter, make it no show for render. You go say come out, so you know go show. So when we render, you know go show emitter. You understand? So that one don't settle now. Another thing we notice now be say, as this thing they happen, I realize say the apple they fall through the ground, which is not normal too. You know, it needs to collide. Supposed to bounce small or fall for ground, just stay. So you know, supposed to bounce or fall for ground and stay. You don't go to bounce too much because it'll be ball, now fruits, and you know, so it'll be plastic. So now gas put on that plane as collision. So make we add on that plane again. Meanwhile, make we name what we get so far, so no go confuse. So I don't know, this one at the ground. I can name am ground. And a forest ground. So you go know what you look for your scene, because sometimes if you don't know how you go confuse. Then this is the emitter. Emitter. Apple emitter. Yeah. So yeah, the remaining things then do okay. Yeah. Now the leaf or the tree, so apple of them do okay. So what do we need now to add that collider for ground? So go to add, we'll add another plane again. We'll scale the plane up, and then we will come. Yeah, then we'll come. Let's see. Okay. We'll bring them up small. Then we'll come go to the physics properties. We'll go to physics properties. For the properties again, come down. So under the particle, you will see physics properties. Click on physics properties, you will see so many things for there. The most important one are collision, so go click on collision. Basically, you don't turn this into collision. But if you notice now, say if we play them, you see how then the apple they bounce like like basketball. And when this can apple, you go chop, you go run now. But so you know the realistic, make apple the bounce like that. Now in between. So what we need to do is we need to dampen the collision effect. So if you check this place now, you will see, I don't know about the remaining ones, but I know about the damping. So see the damping here, go increase them to like, I say to like here. Like, so we could try them again. I play them now. You don't reduce more, but we need to climb up small, some more. Okay, actually I realize we say they work hand in hand with the friction too. So make I try the friction too. I don't just use damping anymore. Friction. So try them now. Stay bound. So now the friction I make it no, maybe I make it no too low. So make I just increase damp. The damping will kind of do. So now we could play them again now. The bounce could reduce seriously. Enable the bounce too much again. Now they fall like normal apple. Make we bring them back small because it just they fall the gum inside ground. So make the bounce, make it the hair. So now I don't they a little bit more realistic. Say if apple fruit fall for ground, you go stay. If you notice say they disappear, and because of saying the lifetime, I'm gonna go back to the particle emitter. Okay, first go back to the particle emitter. Back here. So if you check here, you go see say the lifetime are 50 frames. For 50 frames, the life could end. So if you want to make it stay, make the output and stay for ground till the end, you increase them to like at least 200 or 250. Make it stay for the whole frame, 250. 250. Because if you fall, it's supposed to stay, right? Yeah, so, and if you notice for the first, that's horror shot I do, I don't even change that one. It just disappear. And I just leave it like that because, like I talk, maybe I did not plan that horror shot. So, yeah. So now, I could play them again now. So now, if you fall, you notice now, I don't increase the lifetime to 250, then go stay till the end. Now, we want to make the apple stop the fall after some part because it's too much. If now computer will not too strong, you get go fall reach, you go start to drag the computer. So to stop that, it means you need to cut them off. So make it end. See, end it's supposed to editing the end 200 frame. We know what I want, make it end like at least, let's say 80 frames. Make it stop the fall. So we'll go change to 80 end. It start for one frame one, make it end 80. Means it go stop the emit. Only ones we did, then go pour for ground. So make I play now. So if you see you go the pour once you pass 80, no more again. You see so when I see them now, so just like that, we don't set up particle emitter with the emit object, and we don't create the effect of make apple they fall from tree. So yeah, it wasn't that complicated. It's supposed to supposed to be this before I can add the extra of the mixer mode. But if you don't watch my other mixer mode tutorials, you're supposed to know say you know how to bring those things in, you know. So that's just it. So now the tutorial will be this, you know. Maybe later I will just do the extra for those other ones. But right now, this is not the tutorial itself. The tutorial for that particular thing was just how to create the emitters and everything. So now we don't get that one ready now. The main thing on an atmosphere. So we'll create the atmosphere, that horror atmosphere we'll see. So the atmosphere, now lighting and fog, I take trick. If you notice now, I say I want small, I'll just pass here. But I use lighting and fog, take deceive, make it bless some kind of big place where you know if you see the end. So make sure I take one. So we first come here. We go first now create cube, because so if you contain the fog, make it not just there for the whole world. So cube. Sorry. Scale them up. And then you go also scale them up like this now. We can't go for this place. We'll call them fog volumetric fog. So now, what we call volumetric fog, we say it affect lighting, they affect them. You know, they enhance light, they use light. Well, the fog they use light work. So I will show you for example. So now we don't come here now. We won't make this, we won't create fog for all this place. So what we need to do now, we say we need to come here, make we go. Once to come this world for the properties, we will see world properties here. Then for your right, world properties. For the same place where you find the rest, the particle, everything up, you go see. Okay, so now to add lighting to pop this in. But like I talk, first of all, we need to add fog. So we don't create the cube, we will contain the fog. And we will come to the world properties for the right hand side for the properties panel. And we'll come here. Under them, we'll see all these ones. We'll say volume. First of all, I like to make here black, completely black. I want maybe black too. And then, oh, let me just down like this. And then come here now. For this volume now, we will say this. You got to use shader grafted one, but I never really mastered that one. I never really pay attention to them. This me I did one. So we'll check for here. Click on this volume none. You can't go up till you find principal volume. Click on them. When you click on them, you don't add them already. Right now we go day dense. Let me check them out. So let me first check them out. May I first do some things. So we'll check them out, sorry. So come here. So right now the fog day dense, completely dense. And so the fog day completely dense. So if you reduce by us reducing the amount of the fog, we go fit get percentage of fog wey dey. Now this fog now, e affect the density, of this whole scene. So make I first change here to black like I talked initially. Then density na 0, and what I say down, so 50. So you see am now. So see this volumetric fog now. We don't add the volumetric fog. You see the effect of the volumetric fog. You see as they do. Now they help give the atmosphere. It will be given like say extra things there, like say the so this smoke they hide this whole empty space where nothing they happen for the back now. It goes and hide them. We don't need to do anything. I'm able to go inside them with this. So make I increase them some more. Maximum increase them to like 80. Or make them 90. Let me just make 100. Make them 100 for you. So most of them like this. So just sit like this now. I need to move this light up. We'll take this with the light, the main light. This is the main. I call it main light, so we'll know which one it be. I'm gonna carry them up. Now you see the effect of this fog now for this scene. I see the effect of the fog for the scene already. So yeah, if we render them now, we can first change this light to main light, match to blue. It can be like evening, So turn to sunlight. Whoa, too bright. I chance to do on this light. It's okay like this before you go blind person. Okay, make it's okay like this. So okay, I'm to like 2000. So you see, make 3. So now you see, so small by small, it sounds like don't take shape small, you understand? They take shape small. And the more light to add, the more we're gonna know how we make the fog be dense, you understand? This is a real-time rendering, so and they use Eevee now. If I switch them to, of course now circle will go render finally. But of course I want to see the effect for real time, first of all. So make I first add the light. That fit take this one, take gauge my whole scene, see the whole fog and everything, because it's easier for me to see it. I want to see now. If I want to use circles, the rendering time of viewport will disturb me. I'm not going to get accurate visual of which I try to create before I render. And I like to work on the fly, see what I do before I switch. Although when I switch to, if you switch to what do you call them, circles, you go need to adjust on the light and everything. It no matter, but at least we don't get the base down. So 3000 power for the light already. We don't say it take shape already. Now I'm going to put red light for the middle. So if you notice for that animation, I put red light for the middle, red light to focus you on this center. Because this kind of thing, you must get focus. Why you won't go with this tree? Wait to go draw it to this tree now for this scene when you day for night, you understand? Now lights I put on that to hope say then go attract person, explain why person they walk towards them. So we go add now go add spotlight. Now spotlight go add now to this place. So go to add light and spotlight, and then climb up, pull them up like this. So then we change to red. Let's see. Okay, they the middle, everything the point. And yeah, and right now. So now we need to increase the power of these lights. So it will show. We increase the angle, the radius. The light will just they come from one sharp source, you understand? And diffuse. So both sides. Okay, so like this is okay. And some blend. Okay, yes, make you know the hash. You understand? So even as you include them, they fit into the same. So now we don't get the basic foundation of what we they try create. You understand? So now we can switch to circles, cycle render. So that cycle render will switch to now. Now there I go do my final render. So there they get better results. If they try, like I prefer if you just to see my work through and everything, but now circle my final place where they render things. So yeah, that's just how they use them. So yeah, so make we switch now. So we'll go back for that one for the properties panel again. You go back to the properties panel, and then we will see for up here display render properties and be the second one after the first um, spanner and screwdriver stuff. Render properties. You can see them for here. We're there for EV right now. We'll go change them to circles. Things go change. You see them. This one I no like circle. That's why I know render circle not too good for small machine to the visualize. See how long it go take you to see your scene, bring them out. You know get that kind of time, but if it faster for real time, just to see what you do before you finally commit to what you want to do. So change that to GPU because it go dey faster. Yeah. Now you see say the fog don't dey a little bit more denser now. You understand? Then okay, this viewport it's too much. Trying to 512. What's happen? No, we say one render final the same. Even the final render go change am to 640. I don't need all that. So yeah, we don't get the basic setup now. We need to add more light, obviously. So like I see, this emitter now come out. So now if we try render, I'm not render mostly. Right now the light not even dey too show well. So if you notice, the ground no dey show still, which is not. We might do. We don't get there, but we never get where we dey go. But we could render mostly. Which is of mostly. So now I'm going to render and make a mostly. I got to change them back from because view for full render no make sense. I can't render again. So I'm going to change back to normal shader. Then make I just then flag full render now. Like I talk, no matter how your computer powerful reach, still try to manage your resource. No need to kill your computer to prove points. So yeah. So right now, sorry, the lens, the camera. Now set up the camera, make it focus. So one of the things I like to do for my scene is say I like my camera to focused on the particular object. So the way I do am be say I dey use something they call track to constraints to focus the camera on any object I'll make it focus on. So for example now I go add empty. I go add empty, sorry, come here. Add empty, display next. Any empty do okay. Call cam tag. I learned this one for Unity, but you know, so I want about this software. Sometimes the experience we get for them, they like if you come across different software, it don't really mean say if you need to die for one. So now I want to make this camera focus on this tree, you know. So make we first turn on the camera mode, and then this one now look inside the camera, and then look inside the mobile. So sorry, make mistake. So now I never tag onto the empty. So I don't need my. What I need to do is say I go select the camera. Now I don't just select the camera. Now all I need to do is select the camera. You understand? You select the camera. You come to your properties panel. And here everything that happen. The properties panel. You go look for constraint properties under the physics properties. Click on them. You go see there's nothing there because you not put anything. Click on the constraint and then you go see three different pillars, you know, motion tracking, transform, blah blah blah. Now tracking will they go for? Choose track to. That track to now you consider you're going to click here now. You can look for that camera tag. Now your camera they look the tree now. No matter where we move the camera to, you can always move the tree. So you see So now my trick what they keep my camera focused on objects. Even the object they move, as once I put this in my body, I don't know say good. If my camera they short to look am. So okay. Because I just make it look good so when that'll come out well. And okay. So like this now, we could get like a good decent picture of this tree. That's why. So now we could try render and see how it will look. Not by small, not the region already. So the lights, the red light they show, but the environment, other lights, the contrasting light, the blue lights for the whole environment, the moon, no, they show the. So we know if you see the ground, they creepy, but we still need to see the environment. This is why you see for the white collusion for that ground where we what do you call them, where we create. We go disable and make it no show, so no problem. So that one don't solve. We could just go. My first select no fix that ground, that collusion object. So say name with this. My name am collusion plane. Yeah, so don't get that one now. So if we go the settings, I see that go the settings for here. No way if you shut them off. So the only way I know to make it no show now, off and for here, off and for render. I could see whether it will still work. So oh sorry, the particle emitter no they show. So if we do like this now, notice now, you see the work, you see they collide with the ground, even though say we take no show for render and everything, the effects see the function for there. So now we could render them. So you see, some by small, it's only going to take shape. Apples only for ground, the red light for the tree and everything. But we need to light up the environment around and make with contrast. You see, and say because of the fog, we no fit see behind. Come be like saying plenty things there for something go there for the back. So yeah. And the trick most of the time they fill up small scenes or scene we no one waste your time they put objects for there. This fog, atmosphere, and lighting at the ojoro. So more increase the we not finish the lighting, so more increase the main light because it's too bright, which doesn't make sense. Increase the light because more. Hopefully for blue 3,000. 4,000. We will not only one light, we will still need one more light for the other side too. So I just try brighten up. See, we could just see the ground small. So here we don't give the now if you notice the fog, the volumetric fog, when they take the properties of the light, you understand? They take properties of the light already. So make we and we need to pull the camera back small too, make we see more stuff. So because it's too yeah. Okay, so add on more lights. Now I like to add area lights to fill in the light. I like to use this main light. I want to do something. I want to make it focus on the tree. So to do that, like I talked before, we will take the light, constrain them to the empty waiting for the tree body. But I create before. I done before earlier for this video. So anyway, because we don't already create that one empty, what we call camera tag. If we constrain any object for this thing, if we constrain everything to anything we would like to that one object, as long as I will make it focus on. So now I'm going to go back to the constraint. add track to, click here, find the camera tag, add on. So now this light now points to this thing. So now I want to add another light for the other side because only one side is light there. I want to add area light for the left side. So I'm going to add area light. So add light area. First thing first, I'll constrain them to that light source. Just it's easier for me. So no matter I move the light, I don't say they focused on the tree because I want me the light then focus on the tree. And so yeah, come here, click on camera tag, select them. Now if I move the no matter I move and go, see and say they focus on the tree. So I need to increase the size. Yeah, so come up. Okay, so now I go need to increase this light source because I don't see the light source not good powerful. Area light need to too powerful like that. I'm going to like something. I could even use viewport render to see. I say it will take time, but what you go do? I bump them up a lot, but still, the viewport, I need to like the viewport performance when it comes to these light issues. So we could check the main light, increase them to like 7K. Okay. No. Like I see this emitter, I know they show for the final render, right? Go for emitter, emitter. I know they show for the final render. Show emitter. No, no go show. So you know go show for final render. Yes, you know go show for final render. So if render am now, you're not supposed to affect them. It's a viewport display rendered. Okay. Yeah. So now we could render them for. I'll go back to normal display. Render for normal. Render for render proper render. We'll see. And everything. So like I thought. So the idea of this tutorial is just to show how lighting they help improve and hide imperfections for your scene if you don't get power to do a lot like that. You understand? You know. So right now, you see and say the light them never reach enough to push this whole because we need to see the ground small at least because nobody say it's just there for air. You understand? So now we need to first of all this red light needs to come up small. One thing I realized is say maybe this fog too thick, you understand? Maybe the fog too thick and we need to adjust them so that light go fit penetrate through, see the ground, you understand? So make I come here 100 too much, make I make them like 0, 6. Yeah. And then make I put this one back to where in the okay. And then bump up area lights more again. To render now an image. So now we don't see the ground small because you see I only see the ground small now. The more you render, you see the ground small. So most of the time, even if you add light, and fog. Sometimes the fog fit dey too much. Even the number small, if you dey too much, you no go let light penetrate enough to reach the ground. So now wetin dey happen one time with the satellite now. So I don't realize say just take the fog down a little bit. Under 100, you make it like at least 0.02 maybe. If I try am now, we'll see. Correct now 0.06 a day. So now I go back to 0.0. We'll see 0.04. Make I not too harsh. And then make we render. So you see am now. Even though say it look like say it's scanty, you no go plenty, but see am. You see now they see the ground floor, everything the floor on the show. So now so yeah, now so you go hide imperfection for your renders. If you want to make your scene look like say they bigger than this. So by the time something, so when person they face the work for this environment, you don't know where something they come from. You can't add sound. You'll be like say, where things they come from, you know, what thing they happen. You know, so this fog will put that mystery of you don't know where things they come from, you don't know how big the scene they, you know, the direction to go. So that's why fog and lighting they very important for lighting your scene a lot. Fog and lighting they very, very important. You know? So you need to take them seriously. Not be waiting like without them, your scene will just look flat. See this simple thing now where we just add, just put together everything. So that they look like say, you know, we do extra work, you know, because of just fog and lighting. Just change the whole feel of the whole thing. So yeah. So now so if you want to know how I do the animations for the characters, you know, again I make some more video I don't do before. I go put the video somewhere for this video as they come out, or I go put the link down here where you can go now go watch them. So if you combine them together, you get how I add those animations, those creatures for the scene and everything. Yeah, so this is just a general tutorial of how I create the atmosphere for that horror scene. The rest are just normal mix and more animation. But if I notice say they give me a difficulty to solve that part later, then I will come back and remake that particular part. So yeah, but thank you guys, man. Thank you for, you know, following my channel, watching these videos. I know say data no be my mind, everybody busy, getting many things there to learn. But take time to learn from my own side. I appreciate it. So anyway, thanks guys. Gonna give me feedback. Let me know for the comment, what I don't like. Let me know what I need to change, or if I get any suggestion for tutorials or how I will make tutorial better, man, let me know. So I go feed they add more to this thing, they create more. Thank you guys. I'm gonna like and subscribe, I beg, because now it's in they keep us for this package. Anyway, thanks, man. Peace out, guys. Until next time, man. Now watch out on new tutorials, they come up very soon. They work on some real tutorials. I won't bring Tona, or maybe one more blender for that one. But anyways, tutorials they lined up. I just don't know which one I'm going to do first. But tutorials they lined up. So thank you guys, man. Later. Peace.